Publication is important because science is based on communication. We can think of footprints in the sand. You can see where you've been and where you're going. So in choosing which journal to publish in, I think you really need to focus on the readership and where they're likely to read your publication. So think about what journals you found useful when you were doing this research and where you would like to be read. Academics worry a lot about things like factors and so on that they'll be judged on, but leading academics today see this as less important. It's more important to be found, so you want to put it somewhere where the people that are like you will be reading. So when you come to write about the method, it's important that you write it in a way that people can follow what you actually did. The scientific method requires the ability to repeat an experiment. So again, you need to give sufficient detail of how you got to this point. Now, finally, we need to bring everything together. And this is the time you can pull together the whole story in your abstract. The abstract should have not a summary, but it should have the whole picture. Once you've got your abstract written, you've arrived at the crux of the problem, you understand what's going on, now's the time you can write your introduction. Most people start with the introduction and then they'll write the paper. I suggest you do it the other way around. With the introduction, you can trim it down to what's needed to get to the point of this paper. You can cut out all the fluff, all the things that are the blind alleys you took, they're not relevant. Now finally, you come to thinking about a title. The importance of a title is that it helps your reader find this paper. It's the eye candy, it's the thing that attracts you initially, followed with a good abstract that will reel them in, as it were. So a title, keep it short, keep it to the point so it describes what your paper's about, and most importantly, it needs to be something that Google, when you do your search, will come up with. So style implies a fashion, but the one thing that doesn't go out of fashion is you need to tell a good story. The critical thing about a paper is communication, so you need to write it in a style that's easy to understand. So concise, relatively short sentences. Miss out some of the complicated words that would trip people up as they're reading. Co-authors are important. Science today is something done in teams. It's important that you recognize who was contributing to the authorship of this paper. Who was there at the time that you were creating these results? It's very flattering to be invited as a co-author, but it comes with responsibilities. You're putting your name to this paper, so you better be involved in how it's written, because yes, you get the glory, but if something goes wrong, you'll also share in the blame.